Hello, everybody. Today is March 17th, 2026. Gorgeous, sunny Tuesday. So, yesterday I had breakfast with an acquaintance, and we were talking about the war in Iran. And I was asking him about his position. And he said he was against the war. But when I asked him why, he said he didn't know anything about Iran or its history, or the history of America, even with Iran. So he couldn't really form an opinion. And what really struck me was that he didn't really have a desire to do his own research and find out, what's happening in the background, the history between Iran and the US, and why we're going into this war. The apathy exhibited by this acquaintance was mind-boggling. And I think it's very common among Westerners. The people who live in Europe, in America, in North America, we enjoy unfettered, free internet and information. Um, and there is no control in what we think, what we receive as information. Yet people are so apathetic towards the world events. They don't even want to make a few clicks just to find out the pertinent information that's going to help them to form an opinion. And this war we're having with Iran is the most important event in world stage since at least the fall of Berlin Wall. I believe this event is even more significant than 9/11. So it's mind-boggling to me that everybody in the world, even in countries like China and India, where in Russia, where internet is not free, where information is significantly controlled, the populations there, they're trying to find out what's going on. While we in America, we could care less. All we care about is what we should be eating for lunch, for dinner, what clothes I'm gonna wear, how am I gonna do online shopping tomorrow. We could care less about 100,000 Iranians, innocent Iranians, being slaughtered by evil regime 6,000 miles away. And I understand some of the hesitancy of the people because they're so bombarded by all kinds of information. They couldn't really form an intelligent and informed decision for themselves, because a lot of these people, they can't really do critical thinking. They are just blindly following what these pundits on TV or in news programs say. They can't really form their own opinion based on their own value system. And that's why the enemies of the West, Russia, CCP, IRGC, and North Korea, they're utilizing this weakness of the Western society, this weakness of lack of critical thinking skills. And these enemies of the West, they are wagering information warfare against America, against Europe. And that's why you see these mainstream media outlets such as CNN and BBC and the New York Times, they did not report 2 months ago when Iranian people got killed by the IRGC by the tens of thousands. Yet they're reporting that oil prices going up, this war is a mistake, and U.S. is going to lose, which is a total outrageous lie. What U.S. and Israel have been doing in Iran is total defeat of the IRGC military. Their navy and their air force are totally annihilated, and once Trump sends in the ground forces, we're going to control the Strait of Hormuz. And when that happens, the oil price will tank, and the asset prices will rise. And we're already seeing that over the past week, But you have to recognize that there's a war out for your thoughts. this information warfare. And countries like China and Russia and North Korea and IRGC, they're incredibly efficient and competent at waging information warfare. Basically, they're good at lying to the people in the free world and causing them to call what's evil good and call what's good evil. So I want to caution everyone who listens to this message, don't just blindly believe the things you see on the news, especially from these mainstream news outlets, but do your own research. Don't listen to the pundits, don't listen to me, but do your own research and form your own critical opinion about not only the war, about also, what crypto to invest, or whether to invest in crypto or in stock market or in gold and silver. Critical thinking and independent thinking is such a skill that's lacking in today's world that this creates opportunities for unscrupulous characters like the IRGC and North Korea to infiltrate the public opinion space in the West and cause a significant amount of confusions and divisions. So think for yourself and do your own research. I mean, thank goodness that we have Twitter. It's I used to not like Twitter at all 2 years ago. That's why I refrained from using Twitter for 10 years. I knew about Twitter back in 2009, 2008, that time frame. Registered for an account, but never really used it. And 2 years ago, I tried to use it for crypto and realized that there was a lot of lies and spam and pornography on Twitter. So I didn't use it. And it wasn't until when I started promoting Wojak, I began to use Twitter again. And I gotta say, even though I didn't like Elon Musk, but the team that he hired to run Twitter really cleaned the space up. Right now, you can really have the most unfettered, most objective news on Twitter, more than any other information source, in my opinion. It's really the best news source out there. So I encourage the people who can access Twitter, utilize this news source fully and get yourself educated in what's going on in the world. Because what is happening in the Middle East is really the most important event since World War II, in my opinion. And it's going to have a significant impact on all our lives in the coming months, years, and decades. Thank you for tuning in. I will see everybody on the next video.